All right, lesson 35, audio. Here we go. Let's listen. Remember, first time, we're only going to listen. We're not going to look, and then we will look and listen, and then we'll repeat. But first, we'll look at our happy, smiley faces first, and now we'll go to the audio. Let me double check that I shared the audio because I always forget, but I didn't this time. So here we go.
Mrs. Souza is visiting New York. Listen to this conversation. Good evening, Mrs. Souza. When did you arrive?
I arrived this afternoon.
So you just arrived. And do you like New York City?
Yes, very much. New York City is very interesting, but I haven't seen much yet. The city is very big.
How long are you going to stay?
Unfortunately, I don't have much time. I'm leaving in 3 days.
What a pity. Why are you leaving so soon?
Because I have work.
Oh, I understand. Then see you later, Mrs. Souza.
See you, sir.
Okay. What did you understand?
Mr. Souza is in New York. He's
Okay.
on New York and
Wait, in or on?
on. In.
So he's
Oh my.
in, on, over, under, above.
I remember the video sharing the group this week.
Okay, so
in,
so what-
in.
yes. So because you can remember, if you remember borders,
Yeah.
in the borders, right? So if I'm in my city, I'm in my neighborhood, I'm in my city, I'm in my country, in because there are borders. Almost everything that has borders we use in.
Yes.
Okay, so he's in New York.
And Mr. Souza
Mr. or
arrived,
Mrs.
Mrs.
Okay.
arrived yesterday or today. I don't remember yet.
She definitely arrived. We know that much.
Yes, and
At some point.
not stay for a long time because yeah.
Okay. I broke your flow with my in on thing. So sometimes that happens. Samara, do you remember anything else?
Not the first time that she get there, and the last time she didn't know many places because the city is big.
Okay, so she
And-
didn't know many places. What does know mean in this context of a city or places?
Visit.
Yeah, visit would be better. You muted yourself, but visit would be better because what does know mean in this context? What does it mean if I say, I know Manhattan? If I'm talking about New York. Can anybody tell me what does it mean? What it means if I say, I know Manhattan? No? If I say, I know Manhattan, it means I know it well, not just I've been once. So in Portuguese, we use conhecer if I've been there once, right? So for example, I've been to Morro de São Paulo. I've been there. So if I were to speak Portuguese, I would say eu conheço, but I wouldn't say I know it in English, although it's small. So it's you can get to know it quickly, but you only use know for cities that you know well. That you know, for example, if you've lived in the city that you live in now, if you've lived here for a while or lived there for a while, then you know the city. I've lived in Palmas now for 8 years. I know the city pretty well. But I wouldn't say, even though I've been to Morro de São Paulo, I've been to Portugalinhas, I wouldn't say I know them. Because if you need help, if you need a hospital, I don't know where to go because I don't know the city. I have visited the city. I have been to the city, but I don't know the city.
if I want to say that I visit one time or twice, and how can I say this in English?
I visited it once or twice.
Okay.
that was good. That was how you say it.
Okay.
So you can say I visited. I in my experience, I've been there is probably more commonly used. I've been to Rio. I've been to Português. I've been to, instead of or you can, I mean, either one. It means the same thing. If you say I've visited there, I have visited there, or I've been there.
So
If
I said she's been there the second time like this. And
yeah,
the
she's
first
been
time
there.
is quickly, and this time
Yeah, so it's her second time is what I would say. If she said that it's her second time, she made that clear. If not, I would say it's not her first time. You know, it just depends on the context. And to tell you the truth, I don't exactly remember. We'll see now exactly what she says and what the context is, but I've already forgotten. That's good though. So, and that's a very important point because it's very common. It's one of those, there are a few mistakes that Brazilian English speakers make. Once they get to intermediate, they only make those mistakes because if, you know, once you're starting, you don't know conhecer, you don't know, you think, you know, saber conhecer, you don't know, but then okay, now I know that no can be conhecer and it can be saber. So then I try and use it every time I have conhecer, and then you make that mistake of using no for any city that you've ever been to, which is where it can cause confusion because of the way we use it in English. All right, let's listen the second time. And look.
Good evening, Mrs. Souza. When did you arrive?
I arrived this afternoon.
So you just arrived. And do you like New York City?
Yes, very much. New York City is very interesting, but I haven't seen much yet. The city is very big.
How long are you going to stay?
Unfortunately, I don't have much time. I'm leaving in 3 days.
What a pity. Why are you leaving so soon?
Because I have work.
Oh, I understand. Then see you later, Mrs. Souza.
See you, sir.
Okay. So Simara, did she say how many times she has been to New York?
I haven't. Not New York City, but I haven't seen much yet. Yeah, I thought because she said about haven't seen much yet. Eu ainda não vi muito.
Yeah, so so she doesn't mention how many times she's been to New York, right? She's talking here about how much of the city she has seen, but we don't know if this is her first trip. We don't know if this is her second, third, if she's only come for work and so she hasn't been able to see much yet. All we know is that because the city is big, she hasn't been able to see much, whether it's just this trip or this is her third, fourth, fifth, second, whatever number trip. So good. Anything you noticed, João, this last the second time looking and listening that you didn't catch the first time?
And unfortunately, I don't have much time.
Okay.
Unfortunately is the word.
Good. Do you know what it means?
No.
Samara, do you know?
Infelizmente.
Infelizmente. Literally, it's desafortunadamente. I love that word, but we don't use desafortunadamente in Portuguese, and we don't use infelizmente in English unless we're talking about the way that someone lives. We don't use the word unhappily usually. It's a rare adverb to say unhappily. She's living unhappily. something you could probably see in a Jane Austen book, but you probably wouldn't see it very often today. So unfortunately, we translate as infelizmente, but it actually means desafortunadamente. So infelizmente, I don't have much time. Não tenho muito tempo. And that's a good question. Any other questions, vocabulary questions? What is what a pity?
Yes. Why is that a pity?
Yes, what is what a pity? Good question.
Good question.
Que pena, é uma pena.
Que pena. Yeah, que pena. So there are three main ways that we say that. What a pity, what a shame, or that's a shame, and that's too bad are the three. And that's too bad probably nowadays, that's too bad is probably the most common in my experience. But usually it's older people that say what a pity. But I think of a nice little grandma. Oh, what a pity. Not like my dad. My dad wouldn't say that because he's not a nice little grandpa. He's kind of ornery like me, so he wouldn't say what a pity. Okay, let's repeat. João, good evening, Mrs. Souza. When did you arrive?
Good evening, Mr. Souza. When did you arrive?
What's the pronunciation of this before
Mrs.
Souza?
Mrs. Souza.
Mrs. Yes, Mrs. Samara, I arrived this afternoon.
I arrived this afternoon.
What's the pronunciation of the word before this?
Afternoon.
No, the word before this.
Arrived.
Arrived. Good. Okay. That was better. That was a lot better. João, so you just arrived. And do you like New York City?
So you just arrived. And do you like New York City?
New York City?
New York City?
Good. Simara, yes, very much. New York City is very interesting, but I haven't seen much yet. The city is very big.
Yes, very much. New York City is very interesting, but I haven't seen much yet. This city is very big.
Just remember, seen, E-G igreja, seen much yet.
Sim.
João, how long are you going to stay?
How long are you going to stay?
Who can tell me how a native speaker would say that?
Gonna?
Ghana.
Ghana.
How long are you gonna stay? João, let's try that. How long are you gonna stay?
How long are you gonna stay?
Very nice. Simara, unfortunately, I don't have much time. I'm leaving in 3 days.
Unfortunately, I don't have much time. I'm leaving in 3 days.
Okay, this is very common among Portuguese speakers. What does mutt mean?
Much.
What does anybody know what mutt means?
Vira-lata.
Vira-lata. Good, you remembered.
Much.
Yes, mutt is vira-lata. So we have to make sure we have that cha-cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha-cha. Much. Very much. I don't have much time. I'm leaving in 3 days. What a pity. Why are you leaving so soon?
What a pity. Why are you leaving so soon?
So why are you?
Why are you leaving so soon?
Very nice. Sumara, because I have work.
Because I have work.
João,
I
go ahead.
understand.
No, that's all right. All right.
Then-
all right.
See you later, Mrs. Souza.
See you, sir.
I'll just watch from over here. All right, very good. Nice job. All right, thank you for watching, and thank you. I forgot her name. What's your daughter's name, Samara?
Ayumi,
Ayumi. Thank you, Ayumi, for watching, and thank you everybody for watching.
she didn't hear.
I know.
She doesn't hear.
She doesn't have the headphones. I know. I'm just messing. I'm just playing. Thank you, everybody that's watching on YouTube. We're going to continue our class. If you would like to participate in our class, send me a message on Instagram, Prof. Willy Brasil, and maybe we can let you in if you're cool, because we only let cool people in this class. Until next time, I am Willie. Keep studying and don't give up. You too, don't go anywhere.